This is your source for inspiration, information, and action about this project. Flowing Clean is funded by Jeff SGP UNDP and ProCarry Plus, and this program is made possible by SRDF as our collaborating and funding partner. Join us on Flowing Clean because every drop counts and the river depends on you. Flowing Clean, restoring our rivers together. Keep the river clean. Good morning, Soufrière. Good morning to all those who are listening in Soufrière and out of Soufrière, those of you who are driving, those of you listening while shopping, those of you who are following us online. A wonderful, wonderful good morning to each and every one of you. I am pleased to be here with you once more as we give you updates of the Flowing Clean project and what has been happening in our community. We have done quite a few things for the past week, and I'm going to run through some of them. First, we launched the Carnival Band, the Kiddies Carnival Band. It is a joint initiative between the Petals Management Area Club and Waterways with the Flowing Clean project. And we are portraying for Carnival, this Carnival 2026 in Soufrière, we are portraying our theme, Guardians of Soufrière. The PMA is portraying the Petals and the petroglyphs. So the Petals are the guardians of the land and the petroglyphs, the guardians of the voices of the ancestors. And for us in Waterways and Flowing Clean, of course, it has to be related to the river and to this project. We are portraying Guardians of the River and Water Warriors. Our Carnival Band was launched on the Soufrière Square last week, Wednesday, and I am pleased to let you know that several persons have already started registering for the band. The costumes are absolutely stunning for all 4 sections. We will be we have already posted our costumes online. You can see them on the PMA Facebook page, as well as the Caribbean Sea Facebook page, as well as Instagram. It's been going around on social media, and it will be shared soon with the Soufrière Foundation's Facebook page as well. Our costumes cost between $150 and $200 EC, and the children have a wonderful package put together for them. The project is sponsoring part of the band, so the value that they're getting is worth way more than $150 or $200. Food and refreshments will be provided on the 2 days of Carnival, as well as water and drinks with the music truck. They will be getting their swag bag with some items in there, water bottle, whistle, etc., plus their costume. And we are, for Carnival, as part of this project, trying to bring back some of the traditional aspects of mass, of Carnival to Soufrière. I am sure those of you who are my age and older will recall very vividly that we used to have a very vibrant mass camp culture in Soufrière in advance of Carnival, where persons would go to the mass camps for each band and contribute their time towards making their costume and helping build the king and queen of the band costumes as well. So we are including, as part of the experience, the Carnival experience for the children who will be joining our band, that they get to help make part of their costume as well. So the headpiece, they will get to stick their gems, follow the patterns that we have. On the bodice, on the armbands, they would get to make their own as well, with the guidance of their parents, of course, and our team. And we will be having our mass camp at the Soufrière Primary School. As soon as school closes, we will be full steam ahead putting our costumes together for us to enjoy Soufrière Carnival 2026. Additionally, we hope to portray the very first, in a very long time, Junior Queen of the Band costume. So we will be putting out a much bigger individual Junior Queen of the Band costume for Sufre Carnival 2026. And I would love for persons to come out to watch what it is that we are producing. We are depicting the theme again, the Sufre River, the good, the bad, and we are pushing the message of trying to get the children to be mindful of what it is that we do. So as part of our carnival festivities, we will of course be discouraging them from throwing their bottles and stuff. In fact, we will not be giving them plastic bottles. They will be having reusable bottles that we will be filling up for them so that we will not be discarding anything on the wayside. That brings me to our second activity that we did not last week but week before, where we did a walk through the Sufre community. And I mentioned that the last time we looked at part of the project is to deter or to encourage persons to dispose of their trash in the appropriate place. And one of the things that we found when we were going around doing the surveys is that persons are asking for more garbage bins to be placed around town. We are going to address that by installing some garbage bins around Sufre at key locations. However, I want all Sufre people to be very vigilant about what is happening with the garbage bins. Us St. Lucians sadly have a very bad habit of abusing the garbage bins. We are going to be monitoring the area around the bins, wherever we have cameras available, monitoring the area to observe whether anybody is abusing those bins. And by abusing, I mean if you own a business, do not dump your garbage in the public bins that are meant for persons, pedestrians walking around with small items. The Sufre Square apparently is being abused, those bins placed around the square, where businesses take it as a dumping bin for them to dispose of their business's garbage. That is not what those bins are for. When those businesses fill up the bins with bags and it's stuffed full, when somebody pushes a small plate for it at the square or cup, it is filled and it is going to fall on the ground. Businesses are by law required to pay for their garbage disposal. You know who the trucking company is that services our town for garbage disposal. You are supposed to contact that company and come to an arrangement with them for disposing of your garbage based on the amount of garbage that your business generates. We do not want as well for persons to dump their household garbage in those bins either. So we will be placing some bins at strategic locations along the waterfront, along by the supermarket area, as well as at the end of each bridge that we have, pedestrian bridge that we have. So when persons are crossing the bridge, they will see the bins, nicely, beautifully decorated bins, that they can place their garbage in the bins and not throw it over the bridge into the river. We did our first litter cleanup from the litter boom that is in the Sufre River at the end of last month. And next week, when the month ends, well, not like next week, in 2 more weeks, we will be clearing out the litter boom again. So we're doing it once a month. And we picked up 7 bags of trash the last time out of the river. I hope we are going to be getting less garbage to clear out. We did a walkthrough, like I mentioned, and we were disappointed to see just off of the main Sufre Bridge by the old cinema, by the old Whispers side, somebody dropped about 3 bags of household garbage in the river off the bridge. Sufrians, come on. The river is not a dumping ground. The water quality is far from recreational standard water quality. We have been doing some assessments of the river over the past week on Saturday and Sunday. We trained 12 persons from Soufrière, young persons, members of the Pitons Management Area Club and the Soufrière Lions Club, in conducting water quality testing. The bacterial water quality that we have done and tested recently as part of the Soufrière Comprehensive Schools Science Fair shows that the bacterial levels are way above, far exceeding what the recreational standard is for persons to bathe or fish in the river. The recreational standard should be less than 200 what is called colony forming units. So when you take a 100 milliliter sample of water and you filter it, you should have less than 100 or 200, colonies of bacteria forming and growing. We got values in excess of 20,000. It should be less than 200. And it was over 20,000 by the time we got to Crestland. That means nobody should be fishing in the Soufrière River or bathing in the Soufrière River from Crestland coming down to the mouth of the river. I keep warning you all that we need the river. We need the water flowing in the river for so many different things that you are not aware of. The most glaring one is in the event of a catastrophic hurricane, any disaster hitting us and affecting our water supply. If the drought persists and we have no water coming from our catchments, persons will revert to using the river. And right now, nobody should be bathing in the river. I took the students at Soufrière Comprehensive in our environmental club, as well as the persons who did the training last weekend, to different points at the Soufrière River. And every single one of them were amazed at how beautiful some parts of the river look and how they would love to be able to sit under some of the little natural falls, the little bassins that are being created where you have big rocks and the water is flowing over it. But the color of the water, in some areas you can see foam forming. That means that there's chemicals. There are pig pens discharging waste directly into the river. Nobody should be bathing in the river right about now. We went to one site before that was covered. The banks of the river were 100% covered with natural vegetation, trees, grasses, small trees, etc. The banks of the river were regrowing and holding strong. Somebody was given a job to clear a plot of land in Crestland. The chainsaw operator went into the riverbank and cut down some massive trees that would be over 50 years old. Mahogany, fully grown, massive trees, cut them down in the river to make charcoal. You know what's going to happen when we have our next heavy rainfall event? The same land that was cleared, there will be nothing left back to hold back the soil. That landowner is going to start losing their land because there's no trees to hold back the soil anymore. It is us, Soufriérians, us, our own people, A few of them, a handful of them, who are causing so much destruction, who are littering and creating the unsightly conditions and the spaces to breed rodents and mosquitoes that cause illnesses that is affecting the majority of us in Soufrière. I do not know what else we can do other than to start enforcing the laws. But to enforce the laws, we need to be able to catch them and find out who are the culprits. Our lawyer has been contracted and it's into week 2 of a consultancy to review legislation. And Council Lander will be conducting a training for the police in Soufrière, as well as with some magistrates, to show them what legislation we have on our books in St. Lucia pertaining to pollution, pertaining to littering, so that if we ever find somebody, they will know exactly what to charge and what laws are applicable that they can bring forward. And we're also going to be having a workshop with the magistrates so that when persons are charged and they appear in court before the magistrates will take those matters seriously. But we do not want it to get to that point. We want persons to follow the law, to appreciate their community, to desist from these bad practices. It doesn't take much to hold on to your garbage and drop it off in the bin when you find one, or to take it to your home and dispose of it properly. We are getting regular garbage collection in Soufrière twice a week. There's bulk waste collection once a month. In addition, this project has started and is continuing our cleanups. Last week, Saturday, we cleared Market Road, the ravines in Market Road, the areas where persons were illegally dumping. And I want to say publicly a very, very big thank you to the Market Road team, Rita, Glenda, Nelk, Mrs. James, Jacqueline James, and all the volunteers who turned out to assist. I want to also publicly say thank you to the Solid Waste Zonal Officer for Soufrière, Mrs. Crystal Smith-Peter, who made her way to Soufrière on the weekend to participate in the cleanup and to ensure that the garbage was disposed of where it's supposed to go. We have contracted persons who take the garbage directly to the landfill in Deglo, and we were able to get the weights. So I can tell you, for the first 2 trucks that went up to Deglo, I have not gotten the weights for the third one because it did include some additional material. But the first 2 trucks, we cleared over 4 tons of garbage and bulk waste from Market Road area. Over 4 tons of garbage and bulk waste. The ravine in Market Road, the 2 ravines in Market Road are clean now, and we want them to remain clean. We want them to remain clean. So residents from Upper Church Street, Upper High Street area, Upper Bridge Street area, please do not take a clean ravine to mean you can now add more garbage to the ravine. The people who volunteered their time going down into the ravine to remove your garbage would not appreciate seeing garbage being added again. And this was something that happened on Sunday, you know. After the area had been cleared, somebody decided they were told, or they thought that the truck would be coming again to pick up some more garbage. The truck did return to Market Road, but it returned to Market Road to level out the area where persons had been dumping garbage illegally so that we would create an area where vehicles would be able to turn and reverse easily. But somebody went ahead and dumped their household bulk waste after we had already completed our cleanup. Sunday morning, the persons from Market Road, when they came out and they saw that, they were upset, they were disappointed, because Market Road worked from 7 on Saturday till 4:30, clearing the area. The volunteers were exhausted, exhausted. And to see you wake up in the morning the very next day and there's already a pile of garbage right in the same area you just finished cleaning. The third truck that went in, together with the excavator, they cleared out the soil that had been building there from things decomposing, and they were able to take it away. I hope that nobody dumps anything in that area again. Market Road residents, you now have bins under a different project, a Canary project, where neighbors can place their garbage in those bins, and on the day of garbage collection, put those bins out by the road. Nobody should be dumping their garbage by the side of the road on a day where it is not a garbage collection day. You take it out from by your home, you place it by the road next to somebody else's home. Come on, Suferians. That's not how we behave in this community. That is not how you would want somebody to put garbage in front of your home. It is your trash. There's designated days for trash pickup. Put that garbage out on the days where you have garbage pickup, and don't dump it in the ravine. The illegal garbage disposal is beginning to affect our health. And I want to say thank you to the district representative who has given this project her full support. And she covered the cost of the backhoe to go and clear and level out that area. So thank you very much, Honorable Hippolyte, for that initiative. Additionally, 2 weeks ago, the Police Force Crime Prevention Unit, together with the Sufer Foundation, the district representative, and a few other sports groups, conducted a walkthrough throughout the community. Like I mentioned in my past show, they discovered quite a bit of garbage that was dumped in some communities. And we are working with those communities, some persons from those communities, to conduct cleanups in their areas. So we have upcoming, let me read out the list. Give me 1 second. We have upcoming a cleanup for Palmist. So residents of Palmist, the Rising Stars Sports Club has taken the initiative, taken the lead, and your cleanup will be held on the 30th of May from 6:30 to noon. So Palmist is the next community that the cleanup is going to be held from 6:30 to 12 noon on Saturday, the 30th of May. Forbenier is also preparing and will be dating their cleanup, new development as well. Belvedere in Font Saint-Jacques, Boisden and Mocha in Font Saint-Jacques, as well as Crestland and the Etangs area. If I did not mention your community and you are interested in doing a cleanup in your community, please contact me. My number is 519-2425, 519-2425. If you would like to help organize a cleanup for your community, don't hesitate, reach out to me and we will make it happen. The project is allocating $250 to each community for refreshments. Some communities have chosen to do breakfast. Some communities have chosen to do a one-pot bouillon for the volunteers. And we provide bags, garbage bags, gloves, and of course, the truck to take the garbage away. I want all communities to take the initiative to clean out their communities, to do the cleanup in their community, because this is where you live. This is where you recreate. This is where your children play. So you want to ensure that the space that you live is clean, and we are facilitating that to happen under this project. When we do all our cleanups, all this trash is diverted away from the river, away from the ravines, away from the sea, and to the landfill. In addition, you reduce the amount of garbage that is in the area that breeds mosquitoes and harbors rodents that could cause illnesses. So I want to encourage all those communities who have not done their cleanups. If you are interested in doing a cleanup for your community, please reach out to me and we will make it happen. We have several exciting things coming up in the next couple of weeks, and I will be telling you about them as they are rolling out. We will be doing the training for the composting pilot. Those residents who have signed up, those households who have signed up, I will be reaching out to you this week to let you know what day the training is going to happen. You'll be receiving your garbage bins, your luggage scale to measure the garbage. The training will be done and we will begin our composting component of this project. There are several other things. The community micro grants is going to happen. We will be doing some murals, like I mentioned, putting all the garbage bins in the community, continuing the river cleanups, doing a river walk. We have started our data collection with the Water Warriors groups. And there's a lot that is happening in a rapid fire for the next couple of months. We will be doing our very best to reach every single community to ensure that we clean up all the rivers in the Soufrière watershed. I have been speaking for quite a while. My time is now up. It is now 11:02. DJ Erlen is back in studio. So I want to say thank you very much for listening, those of you who tuned in. And please, please reach out, play your part in keeping the river clean. If you have children, sign them up for our carnival band. We are registering children from the ages of 5 to 14, 15, maybe even 16 if they're willing. And our costumes are absolutely beautiful. If you want to see what the costumes look like, head over to our Facebook page, Caribbean Sea, on Facebook, or on the PME Pito Management Area Office Facebook page. You will get to see what the costumes are. And you can start registering and paying for your costumes. Like I mentioned again, our mass camp is going to be at the Soufrière Primary School as soon as school ends. And we will be putting all our costumes together once we have our space set up. So let me say thank you very much for tuning in once more, and I will see you next week.
A1 jugglers.
Yo, when you see something ill,
A1 jugglers.
Anything ill you see is whoa. Have me a big 6 at the curb, that's whoa. Especially if you got a fully equipped kid on it, whoa.